A couple of days ago, as I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, I came across this 2015 Subaru BRZ. The description said that the motor was knocking. You can hear in the video it didn't sound the best. Going through the pictures, it also looked like it was in pretty rough shape, but as an 86 lover, I saw some potential here. So I instantly hit the guy up, got to an agreed price, went to the shop, hooked up my truck and trailer, and I was on my way. Once I got there, I realized that the car actually looked a lot more rough in person than it did in photos, and after talking with the owner, I found out that this car was actually abandoned by him. The story behind this car is that this was actually his first car ever. He bought it while still in high school. Unfortunately, it turns out though the guy that sold it to him did the timing wrong, and this motor blew up on him within the first month of owning it. And ever since it blew up on him a few months ago, it's been sitting here ever since. Even though the car was pretty rough, I saw some potential here and I went home with it. We loaded it onto the trailer and we were on our way back to the shop. I didn't film this part, but the next day after picking up the car, I found a motor for this car only 3 hours away from my house. The motor that we picked up had paperwork and had less than 30,000 miles. The BRZ is in the shop. This is my first time actually taking a look at this car. The goal for tonight is gonna be to take apart the entire front end. Bumper, headlights, hood, fender, it's all coming off because we gotta take this motor out of this car. I've done this on a BRZ twice before and it's a ton easier when all this stuff isn't in your way. Is it possible to do it with everything on there? Absolutely. Does it make it a ton easier to do it without? Yes. So we're gonna disassemble the entire front end of the car. While we're at it, I'm also gonna go ahead and re-clear the headlights because these headlights have seen better days. They are a bit faded. I might end up re-clearing the hood as well because I don't think the hood is gonna be able to be paint corrected along with the roof. The hood, roof, and trunk, everything sun facing is pretty much cooked on this car, so these will have to get redone. The roof pillars, I really would like to avoid having to paint. I'm gonna see if I could paint correct them. If I can't, then obviously we'll end up painting it. In reality, I already know that this motor's blown, but I just want to hear what it sounds like. I don't think we're gonna do any further damage. I mean, it's already blown. We have the big boy jumper pack connected to it and it's still not turning over. So what that tells me is that this motor is completely seized. I think it would be pretty fun to hear knocking, but it is what it is. I can definitely see that this might be intimidating to a few people, which I completely understand, but it's really not all that hard. The main thing is you just have to disconnect everything that connects the engine to the chassis of the car. We already got the exhaust off. It's sitting right over there. Next thing is to make sure all the coolant hoses are disconnected. So over here, we have the coolant hose disconnected on the bottom. We have the coolant hose disconnected at the top. I already removed the ground straps. There's one on this side, one on that side. The two final things that are connecting this engine to the chassis on the bottom are the motor mounts. I already got the bolts off of there. So the motor mounts are no longer holding this car back. And then we also had these bell housing bolts. So this is what connects the transmission to the engine. There's a few bolts right here, already got them off. There's a few bolts on this side. I got whatever you could see from the bottom of the car. Honestly, there is a ton of space here. There is so much space and so much visibility on this car. It's not even funny. All the bolts on this side are removed. Everything that I could see from the bottom of the car on this side as well is removed. Now the only thing holding the engine to the car is going to be up top. Let's let the car down on the lift just a little bit. I got a lot of stuff disconnected up top. We got the intake off. Like I said, the coolant hose is already off. We have a few more pipes to disconnect. Like over here, this is the heater core pipes. So we're just gonna pop them off. We're just gonna pop both of these pipes off. There might be some coolant that comes out of it. So we're gonna make sure that we have a bucket underneath. We have these fuel lines. Just gotta disconnect all these fuel lines. These lines are gonna stay with the car. And then just make sure all the wiring harnesses are disconnected. I got these disconnected right up here. And then the engine is going to be pretty much ready to take out. We got all the bolts holding the transmission to the engine from the bottom. We have a few more up top, I think just 2 or 3 left. And then the engine is ready to come right out. Pulling these engines is honestly a lot easier than it looks. Oh yeah, one more thing. AC compressor. You can drain the AC and take the AC out of the car. I don't want to do that. So what we're gonna do is just disconnect the AC. We're gonna just remove the AC off the engine, flip it over to the side, and leave the AC in the car. That way we don't have to drain the AC or any of that good stuff. Three and a half hours later, and we have the motor out. Literally just plugging in all the air stuff, and then we're gonna try starting the car. We gotta fill it with oil. We gotta make sure we fill it with oil. But
that's true.
That's really it. Like, there's really nothing else. Everything is connected, I'm pretty sure. And if it's not, we're gonna find out real fast. Feeling tired, feeling nervous. I hope this car starts.
Last few bolts. Get in there. Don't miss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This was easily the fastest motor swap I have ever done. So it's a little nerve-wracking. Maybe I'm just getting good at it. I don't know. Maybe we forgot something. I don't know. Fire extinguisher ready? Turn it off. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. It worked. It worked. It started.
That was the easiest shit ever.
It was not that easy. I was the one doing everything. It was not that easy, I promise you right now. Go ahead, start it again. Hell yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, let's go! Sounds good.
It does sound good, right?
Oh yeah, let's go. Any check engine light?
No, just tire pressure.
All right, we'll give it a little bit. She started, boys. It's really smooth right now. It's not bogging or anything like that. It doesn't sound like it's struggling to idle. It sounds like just as it should, honestly. I'm over the moon right now. I'm so happy. I'm tired. Don't get me wrong. I am tired. I haven't sat in this car yet.
Ew, wait, no.
I haven't.
There's no way.
I haven't sat in the car yet.
How did you get it on the lift?
I didn't sit in it. I steered it. I bought this car 5 days ago and I still haven't sat in it. I bought it 5 days ago and somehow we also swapped the motor. Now keep in mind, I still work a 9 to 5, so I'm not here all day every day. I still work like 12 hours a day. So after 12 hours, I'm here working on the car and we got it running. I will catch you guys in the morning. It's Sunday morning. Today is officially day 7 of taking delivery of this car. Well, not taking delivery, just going to pick it up, but you know what I mean. Today is day 7 of having this car. When we first got this thing, it didn't run. It had a blown motor. That motor that's sitting right there was inside this car. Within a week, I got this car, sourced a motor, got the old motor taken out of the car, put the new motor in. The car's running now. You guys saw yesterday that we let it idle for a long time. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble the car real fast and take it out on its first official drive. This paint is absolutely cooked, bro. Oh my God. That paint is absolutely horrendous. Also, last night, I went ahead and re-cleared the headlights. You guys remember the headlights were a little yellow when we first picked it up. I sanded them down, re-cleared them. They're not absolutely perfect, but they're a lot better than before, and they'll do for now. Dude, it's driving so smooth.
So smooth.
I'm pretty sure that's just like oil or coolant on the headers that's burning off. I think. I hope. Motor's blown.
Don't even say that.
No, it looks
It's
like
smoking more now.
Yeah. I think it's just burning off.
Yeah, but I could also see my breath in the air right now.
Yeah. No, I think remember that one video I posted of Mike's car, like how do I tell bro he's not making it to GAT?
Yeah.
I think it's literally just that. Car's been idling for a little bit and the smoke is now gone. That is awesome. I got a little worried about the smoke. I was pretty sure it was just the oil or something. I think it was just like a little bit of oil or coolant, whatever spilled onto the headers. We're good now. It's idling. We drove it. I do have to get some plates for this thing. I want to actually take it onto the road and actually see how it drives at a little bit of higher speeds. But the fact that this thing is running and driving. 1 week ago, we picked up this thing and it wasn't running at all. It wouldn't even turn over. I mean, that motor was like completely seized. And now this car is running and driving. Rise always has the best energy drinks and I've never tried out their frosted lemonade. Today is gonna be the first taste test. Not bad, that's actually pretty good. Frosted lemonade, pretty damn good. Car's not smoking, which is awesome. Everything's happening so fast right now. I know I just got this car a week ago, but I'm actually in talks of buying another BRZ, which I've actually wanted for a very long time. I'm not gonna get too much into it today just because I don't want to talk about it too much until it actually happens, but somebody with a famous Instagram build, a BRZ build that I actually really like. Like, it's been one of my favorite Gen 1 BRZ builds ever. He's looking to sell his car. I messaged him about it. I told him I'm in the market for another Gen 1 and he's looking to get out of the Gen 1, and whatever mods that I'm gonna do to this car that we're sitting in, he kind of already has done. I'd be able to save a lot of time if I just bought his car. On one hand, I kind of wanted to do everything myself and start from scratch, and this car is the perfect example of that. It's a blank canvas, but also at the same time, I would save so much time by just buying somebody's car that already has the stuff done to it. So I'm honestly not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. Still waiting for a response from him. I told him I'll come up with the cash today. Like, I will literally buy your car today, but I don't think he wants to get rid of it. So let's see what happens. We'll see, but I'm really happy that this car is running. This car is actually running really good. Shortly after ending this video, I went and detailed the car inside and out, and you can see these clips. The car looks absolutely gorgeous. This car went through an entire transformation in just a week.